Hey guys! So I got this package in the mail today, and it is from a giveaway that I won from Blue Star Coloring, and they sent me a coloring book. I'm so excited to open it, and so I'm gonna open it here and let you guys see inside it, and then color a page for you so you can see how I color things and stuff like that. So I'm really excited, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to use scissors because that makes things a lot easier. Let's see. Or actually, look at this. Pull tab to open. I love these things. Makes life so much easier. Whew. That was really easy. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness. This looks so good. It's all shiny and there's texture on the front. I'm so excited to look inside. Let's get this box out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to turn a few pages and let you guys see. Guys, this looks so cool. Here's the artist that made all of these. I will leave her Instagram account in the description, as well as Blue Star Coloring's Instagram account, so you can find them and maybe buy your own coloring book. So these are all kind of fantasy drawings. I had the choice between getting a human anatomy one, this one, and one by Katie Lipscomb, which is a bunch of wolves and stuff. And I love Katie and I love her artwork. So it was actually between that coloring book and this one, but I decided to get this one in the end. So here are some of the pictures. This one is so pretty. Look at that. They're all really creative and stuff. There's a little fairy there. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I like this one. I'm excited to color this one too. Oh, and here is the title page right here. That's cool. Let's skip to the back. What is this? Oh, that's cool. These are bigger pages. Ah! Okay, so you can fold them out like this. That is so cool. I'm so excited to color these. Okay, and the back side gives a little description. The Master Collection is an elite series of adult coloring book titles created for Blue Star by fine artists and high-profile illustrators across the globe. Each title is painstakingly illustrated, curated, designed, and edited to meet uncompromising aesthetic standards. We believe that the Master Collection is the finest series of premium adult coloring books in the world, and we hope you'll agree. So far, I agree, because I'm so excited to color these. And I love all the ones that they have at, like, Michael's and other art stores, but this one is just, it just stands out, definitely. And they have the price back here. It's $18, so if you're interested, definitely check them out. As I said, I'll leave their Instagrams below. So, let's begin. So, while you watch me color, I just wanted to say a few things. First off, let's start with what I'm using. I believe both the palette and the paintbrushes are from Artist Loft, and I'm using watercolors, as you can see. And these are pretty cheap. I found them at Michael's. Sure, you can find them at many other art stores. They work quite well for what I want to do. They're made more for beginner artists, I guess, specifically, but they work for everybody. And as I believe and have always said, the price of your art supplies doesn't really matter as long as you make the best of what you have. You can still make beautiful art with it, which is why I want to do the Crayola challenge someday, but have never gotten around to it. So, moving on to coloring. My coloring style, as I mentioned before, is using a lot of colors to create depth to the picture and make it more interesting. For her shirt, I used purple and the color right above light purple on my palette. I believe it's maroon. And for her skin tone, I used the white whiter, I don't really know what to call it, the whiter skin tone right there that I'm taking out of right now. Yeah, I use that. I guess you could call it peach or something. And then also pink and also some blue, because I'll explain that a little bit later. And for him, I used that same skin tone again, red and some yellow. So just always remember that when you're drawing something, when you're coloring something, there's always more color than you would normally think. So say you're drawing a wooden post. I would add, if I was drawing that, I'd probably add some purple for shadows. Besides all the brown I would use red, yellow, just add all kinds of color in there because things are made up with more color than meets the eye. And it makes your picture more interesting and adds more depth and just makes it pop. So now for some tips on using watercolors. I've already said that I'm not an expert in the least bit. I just like playing around with the colors and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. I'm not big into really reading books on how to watercolor or whatever. But from my experience, let me just tell you some things that I've learned. So yes, it is called watercolor, but that doesn't mean that you could just pile on the water and expect that the paper can handle that. It cannot at all. The water should be used sparingly, and of course if you need to add more pigment to something, then use less water. And if you need to make it lighter, then add more water. But don't just drown the paper in water. Maybe play around on a separate sheet of paper to see what type of water you need to add to that color to get what shade of that color that you want. Another important thing to realize when using watercolors is that you cannot overwork the paper, especially if it's a thinner watercolor paper. Otherwise, it starts getting flaky because as you use the watercolor, of course, there gets more water upon layer of water upon layer of water added to the paper. So, like I said before, you can't add too much water to the paper, and so in this way, you're still adding too much water to the paper. If you keep going back and trying to fix things, it just doesn't work. Maybe if you need to fix something, try to let it dry before you fix it. If you think you're getting to that point where there will be too many layers on it. Okay, so my best friend is about to appear in just a second. There it is, the white gel pen. That is just such an amazing art supply. It's fixed so many of my mistakes. I use it to add highlights to everything. I mean, you need to get yourself a white gel pen. It will save your butt. Yeah. So I use it for eye highlights. Right now I'm using it for leaf highlights. I colored in the flowers because I had gone over them with the watercolor and I wanted them to be white. Or I could have just put another color on top of it and it would have worked as well. I use it, like I said, I use it for eyes. I use it to cover up mistakes. White gel pens are the bomb. And even if a place doesn't need highlights, I still use it sometimes just to give it that extra kick, like to make things pop out more. Yeah, I just use it wherever I feel like it. So I'm done. And the reason that I did one side day and one side night is because of this little narrative found at the beginning of the book. For he was day and she was night. Without one, the other was sure to fade. And so that follows along the storyline in the book, and I won't tell you exactly what it is because I want you guys to find out for yourself if you decide to get the book. And of course, that's why I didn't show you everything that there is. But I will let you know that she has some of her own pictures in here for you to look at, and there's a page about the artist at the end of the book. And also the pages are perforated so that you can take out your pictures if you'd like, easily. And I think that's just about it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment below for me to read. I read them all. So if you have not subscribed to me already, please do, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!